Hey, hi, my friends. How are you? It is Sunday night, coming live 6 o'clock my time, 6 p.m. my time on the regular to check in with you and see how you are doing. Let's see, big news this week for me. Took my dog into the vet and had 3 of her teeth pulled. My poor baby, but she's doing great. It's amazing how they bounce back. She's already running around with her toys and playing with them and eating bones, not real bones, but dog bones. So she's doing great. And I got my hair cut like 6 inches of hair cut off. I always feel like it's no worries, it's going to grow back. That was this week. It was a good week. I can't remember anything other than that. Oh, yeah, I haven't been sleeping well. Still trying to get a handle on that. I did try today a recipe from the Blue Zone cookbook my friend Julie recommended to me. It's all about the blue zones are all the areas in the world where people have a large set of population that live to be over 100 years old. And this recipe from Loma Linda area, where a lot of Seventh-day Adventists live who eat a mainly plant-based diet. And this was a no tuna salad. And it was so good. Garbanzo beans and everything else that makes tuna salad so great. But hey, tonight I wanted to talk to you and have a conversation with anyone who wants to show up tonight around the idea of how do you build this business and stay true to yourself. Many of my followers are coaches, are new coaches, and you are going to get a ton of advice on how to do things, what to do. And some of it you're going to run to and go, yes, I'm ready to do this. And some of it you're going to be like, oh, God, do I really have to do this? Especially when it comes to social media. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how do we find what our genius zone is and stay in that. And I'll be really honest with you, social media, not my genius zone. I think I do it well enough, but I liken social media as kind of like a handshake with anyone who wants to follow what I'm saying and doing. It's not a conversation. I know some people are really great about having conversations and DMs and their social media, and they can find clients that way. It's just never been a desire or a strength of mine to do that. I don't like spending time on social media. I don't feel good in it. And so I don't want to do it that way. And I have to say that for a long time, I felt like I was doing things wrong because I didn't want to be on social media. But the reality is, what I realized, if I was spending time and energy doing something that I didn't want to spend my time doing, and I know this is going to be interesting because I'm on social media talking about this right now, and this is going to go on my Instagram live. But it's really just to create a handshake with you and for you to know that if you're here just because you feel like you have to be here, I get it, I understand, and I want you to know there's other ways. There's lots of ways to build a business. And if you're doing it exactly like everybody else, how can you possibly stand out in the crowd? And it's really the idea of how do you find your genius zone, the thing that you do really well? Because what I realized is I do this really well. I teach workshops really well. I do a lot of speaking engagements, both I used to do them in person, but now over Zoom. And I have to tell you, the feedback I get, and I've led workshops or talks with up to 1,000 people, once over 3,000 people on a webinar. And the feedback I get is tremendous. I love that energy. So for me, I want to spend time doing this. Making individual little posts and making beautiful things isn't my sweet spot. I've hired someone to do it for me. I write the content, but they make all of the wonderful images and post it for me and manage all that. Great. I love it. It's not my genius zone. For you, I want you to be really considerate about what is your genius zone. What is it that you love to do? Because when it comes to marketing your business, you do have to market. And there's not just one way to do it. You can go beyond social media. You can think about, Are you someone who loves to speak? When we start opening up again, would you love to find some stages that you could talk on? Are you someone who loves to write? Can you write for Medium or create a blog that would showcase what you do? Do you love to create videos? Would you love to create a channel on YouTube? Maybe you just love to coach and you wish, oh, if I could just coach people, they would get it. Well, maybe you can find some people that wouldn't mind you videotaping, how old am I? Recording your coaching sessions and putting those up on YouTube or on your website so people can get an idea of how you coach. There's lots of ways to do this. Maybe you start a podcast. Maybe this is what you love to do, talking to people. When someone encourages you to go down a path, especially when it comes to marketing, and your instincts are like, oh, I don't want to do this, I would take that into consideration because it's going to be a long-term game, right? You don't just get to market a few days and think that that's how you build your business. And hopefully what can ultimately happen is you serve a few clients so well that they can't stop talking about you and they want to tell everyone around them how great you are because you've really helped them so well. Like for you to collect your own set of megaphones of past clients, I think is just one of the best ways to do this. So today I just wanted to just touch in with you and just make sure that you know that there's not just one way to do this, building a business. I think I was told early on that a prescription, you had to do this and you had to do this and you had to do this. And they're probably right. If I followed that exactly, I probably would be maybe in a different place in my coaching business. But I also know I would have been sustaining things that I ultimately would not have wanted to sustain. And that's okay. And maybe it has taken me a little bit longer to build this business in the way that I feel in integrity with and really aligned with who I am. And that's okay. I want the same for you. If you're willing to be patient and find your way through this by staying in your genius zone, by staying in what you do really well, ultimately, I have a feeling you're going to be successful. That's it, my friends. That's what I wanted to share with you tonight. Wherever you are, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.